Greetings. I am Reverend Dr. Patricia Fickler, and I will provide an overview and summary of our last study dealing with the fear of the Lord, including the word study. The Bible presents fear as a multidimensional concept, not a single emotion. In the Hebrew Old Testament, words like Imah, Pashad, and Shadar describe fear as terror, dread, and trembling, often in response to danger, uncertainty, or God's overwhelming power. Other words, such as Dayaga, reflect internal anxiety and worry, while terms like rosés show fear expressed through emotional disturbance or agitation. In the Greek New Testament, phobos carries a dual meaning: fear as terror and fear as reverence, with context determining its intent. However, the most important biblical understanding of fear is found in the Hebrew word yirah, which means reverence, awe, honor, and submission to God. This is not fear that pushes us away from God, but fear that draws us closer in humility and obedience. Scripture consistently teaches that this kind of fear is foundational. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, as stated in Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is revealed throughout Scripture as a way of life, not just a feeling. Believers are instructed to live, worship, and serve God with reverence and awe. Hebrews 28 states, to work out their salvation with fear and trembling, as stated in Philippians 2:12, and to recognize that fearing God and keeping His commandments is the whole duty of humanity. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Even those outside of Israel, like King Darius, stated in Daniel 6:26, recognized God's authority and called others to reverence Him. Importantly, Scripture distinguishes the fear of the Lord from false or unhealthy fears. It is not natural fear, like fear of danger, not man-made religious fear, and not fear of people or opinions. Instead, it is a holy awareness of who God is, His power, holiness, justice, and love that shapes how we live. Ultimately, the fear of the Lord is both the starting point and sustaining force of spiritual maturity. It produces obedience, worship, wisdom, and growth. It aligns the heart with God, transforms behavior, leading believers to live lives that are pleasing, righteous, and grounded in truth. Our key truth that we take away from this lesson is just this: the fear of the Lord is not about being afraid of God. It is about living in reverent awareness of Him, which becomes the foundation for wisdom, obedience, and a transformed life. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the summary. And remember, you are always invited to join us every Friday morning at 4 a.m. for the Quiet Wisdom Pajama Bible Study. Have a blessed day.